In October 2020, I was mid ocean, mid pandemic, stuck on a ship. The whole world was locked down, and so was I. And I watched a documentary called The Social Dilemma. And something changed. And the next day I woke up and I just deleted everything. I went on my profile, deleted all my pictures, all my friends, removed all the necessary details, and I completed the delete procedure, not the disconnect, not the pause, the complete delete procedure. And this is what changed. And 5 years later, I still haven't gone back. I was a marine engineer back then. I used to sail on massive ships carrying liquefied gas. I sailed right up to chief engineer. I sailed for a couple of contracts and then I finally quit. We would spend hours and days and months away from our family. Sea, metal, and silence. Isolation was new to us, but 2020 was a bit different. COVID was peaking, ports were shutting down, everybody was stuck in their homes. So was I. Even I was stuck on chips. In fact, I spent my time nearly 9.5 months off coast Myanmar. We could not go home, and neither nor anybody could come on ship. Even we had our tough days. Nevertheless, I had downloaded a couple of movies in my hard disk. One of them was a documentary called The Social Dilemma. That day I decided to watch it, and something happened between all those algorithms and between all those graphs and everything that they were talking about. That one line stuck with me: if you're not paying for a product, you are the product. And something just shifted. I didn't know what to do. So I just sat down on my bunk and one by one I started deleting everything. I didn't know what I was going to do after that. I only knew that I didn't want to be a part of this. We always knew that however we show on social media, that's not how we are on inside. And it started becoming more clear. I knew it somewhere down the line. I mean, the documentary just probably opened my eyes a bit better and I had a clear understanding of what to do. Well, it was a fun ride after that because I had my withdrawal symptoms. I didn't know what to think of it. When I used to finish my watch for about 6 to 8 hours, I used to go back to my room, pick up my phone, do a little chatting, scrolling, video calling, and then after that, because I did not have much to do, you end up going back and scrolling endlessly, like your regular doom scrolling. The moment I deleted that, I started having these weird phantom limb syndromes. The moments where you feel that you've got a notification, like a vibration, so you check your phone, but there's nothing. Those were my. It was basically a withdrawal symptom from social media. I constantly kept looking at my phone, hoping for a notification. I will be very honest, many a times I thought I will go back, just create a new account on Instagram and start posting again, get in touch with my friends. But somehow this time, a few things had gotten stuck with me, which made me sure that I wouldn't go back. But if I'm not going to go back, then what am I doing? So during those withdrawal symptoms, I started noticing that because I was not doom scrolling, I had a ton of time on my hand. Now, what to do with that time? So, of course, I had a habit of reading books, but not as much. So, I was not, your bookworm who would go through a couple of books in a month or something. I used to do it easily. Like, I would read a book in 3 months. If it was a bigger book, probably 6 months. I was a lazy reader. Because I started having time, I started reading more. I carried 2 books with me on ship. I finished them within a month. It was quite nice, to be honest, spending time reading more. Now I am no saint where I don't feel like going back and not doing something. I had a habit of reading something, watching news, watching people, watching videos. So yes, yeah, I used to watch a bit of YouTube, but my YouTube is quite selected. I don't like watching videos which have no meaning. I'll usually watch some informative, some documentaries or something like that. But I also started reading news, which was not me. I do not like politics. I do not like to. I talk about politics, but it's not with an intention. I don't have biases because it usually ends up in fights or disagreements a lot. But because I didn't have anything to do, I started getting interested in politics, which is a quite fun topic if you start reading about it. And then geopolitics came in, and then news, and then tech, and then it was just endless. The amount of time I would spend reading about articles, reading about people, reading about biographies had increased so much. The information influx that I started having was amazing, and probably it was something which I did not notice at that time because I was trying to cope up my time with the lost social media time which I would have otherwise spent on that. My attention span had increased. I was able to focus more. The best part, I was able to remember more. I'll not lie to you, and I don't have an answer to when it exactly happened, but I started to remember small minute details. And it was not just about the things that I read like news or geopolitics or tech or anything that I'm interested in. I'm talking about work. Small jobs which I was doing, it actually affected my work. To be honest, I got better. I had improved from the day I had come, and I had started taking things more seriously, which I was earlier. Just probably because after quitting social media, maybe it was that, or maybe I actually did it. From my experience, I really feel that it was because I quit everything and then I shifted my focus to somewhere else. There is one more important thing that happened. I became more happier. Probably it was because I was not comparing myself with others. That was one of those factors which led me to more open thinking. The conversation started to get a bit more real with my friends. 5 years later, I've still not gone back. You could probably look me out and you won't find me anywhere on social media. Yes, LinkedIn I do still keep because uh, after quitting my C, I still work on shore now, uh, so I need to keep a job profile for that. But apart from that, no social media. I still don't. My friends still do keep on forcing me to come back and to at least join Instagram because you share memes and you chat on Instagram and Facebook, on Snapchat and all those other social media. But because now the time has passed a lot, I really don't feel like it at all. I don't know. This is maybe my opinion, but you should try it sometime and don't do it. Okay, you want to do it like a detox, please carry on. It is definitely going to help you out. Do it without thinking. The moment you think that I'll do it for a month, yeah, you're going to probably jump back very much sooner. What happened with me was i I didn't have a deadline in mind when to go back on social media, which is why I could keep on going. And I will be very honest with you, I don't think I'm ever going back on any kind. I'm there on WhatsApp for communication. I am there on YouTube for creating videos. I'm there on LinkedIn for my professional purposes. Apart from there, my social media presence is absolutely zero. There is a paradox in this. Social media does make you feel more connected, but at the same time, quietly, it isolates you from your own life. Deleting social media didn't make me a better person, it just made me more present. I became more observant. I started noticing the tiny little things. I am not saying that you're gonna start feeling rain more, or you're gonna start feeling sounds more, or you're gonna hear the birds sing. That's not gonna happen. If you introspect, you'll understand what you were missing all along. I definitely did understand it. I'm not saying everybody should delete social media, but for once, you could probably ask yourself, what is the first thing you touch when you wake up? Because sometimes you don't need a detox, you just need distance. And if you've made it till here, please share this with a person who scrolls a lot. Thank you for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.